When life gets crazy busy, and when doesn't it? Walmart helps you keep it all together, now with a little help from Instacart. If you need your groceries now-ish, but your options for going to Walmart are later-ish or never-ish, you can get everything you need delivered through Instacart right to your door in as fast as an hour. Skip the shop and savor more of your crazy busy life with Walmart and Instacart. Visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum order $10. Additional terms apply.
Coming to you live from the It's Funny studios, I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Here we are towards the end of June.
Yep, we're a little late on this one. So
just a day. We were celebrating Father's Day.
Yeah.
You know, so we had just a little off, one day off. So not a big deal. We got a lot of stuff, so I'm going to kind of just lay it out here and we'll get started. You guys have a couple things right off the bat. We have a Would You Rather. I got a commercial jingles quiz. So we're going to see how well you know some commercial jingles, or it could be a complete bust. It's an online quiz and I did not try it before, so it may not work, in which case we'll just try something different.
That's right.
I got a backup quiz if this one doesn't, so we'll be okay. And then we got another Taylor Swift story. We've been Taylor Swift heavy. And a couple of stories that kind of fit into the category of Am I the A-hole? And we will see if these people are or not, or who is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's kick it off. I don't know
Mike's
who's going first.
Yeah, I'm going to go first.
Fire away.
I've got a gripe that actually Greg has mentioned before, maybe even a few times. I know at least once you brought this up. My debit card hates certain locations. It will not work.
Yeah, I've had
for the life
issues with my debit card.
Mine is not even a year old. Like it was just a new one I just got sent.
Is it the same bank that I use? Yeah. I'm convinced they're the cheapest debit cards they can find.
The funny thing is, one place, and it's not even okay. So here's the deal: the Washington Walmart, the checkouts never accept my debit card. There's always a card decline, card issue, and it always becomes a big deal if I have to go.
I have a different bank, and I have issues at that same Walmart. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Okay. Well, that
especially
makes me
if
feel
my card gets
better.
a little older, it's like it just starts struggling.
Well,
I put the chip in, and then I got to try to swipe it,
and it always becomes a fiasco.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's very frustrating.
Everywhere else though, it's fine. I mean, even at the Morton Walmart. Well, I guess it was the only Walmarts I ever go to. But even that one is okay. It's the one at the Washington one. It just, for whatever reason, just doesn't go.
You're not trying to buy booze there without Courtney, are you?
Well, no, I've learned to...
He's denied for other reasons there, not the card.
Well, I've learned to have Courtney wait in the car, I guess, or pretend like she doesn't know me.
Yeah.
Where she belongs.
Let me grab my booze.
That's right. Sit in the car, woman.
So, it's just... I don't know what if it's a card or maybe I don't know. Maybe Doug brought up. Maybe it's machines there.
Yeah.
But either way,
these cards are horrible.
It's like, what's the problem here? My card's not even that old.
No,
I hate it because then every time I gotta wait, and then the little old lady, who's once she's done attending to the 28 other self checkout lanes, she finally sees that I've got a problem, and she's like, "Well, let's see what's going on," and then we have to go through the same 5-minute exercise every time.
It's very frustrating.
I don't want to dip into my credit card, but sometimes I've done that just because I get so frustrated that my other card doesn't work.
I've done
What's
that
the
too.
quickest way out of here?
Yes, and then I get mad at myself because I know it's going to be messed up every time I go through there. Every time my card's not going to work.
I start out trying to
go
save money.
through.
Pretty soon, it's like I will spend any amount of money just to leave. I don't. I'll spend extra.
Yeah.
I'll pay more than what you're asking. Just
Yes.
let me leave, please.
Yes.
Is the card showing signs of wear yet or anything, or does it still look like new?
It looks fairly new. I mean, you can tell there's some, like with the chip, there's a little bit of wear like on that. But other than that, it's still pretty good.
I don't know. It seems like they wear out very quickly.
A couple months ago, we went on vacation, and during the vacation, I accidentally washed my wallet, and I thought, oh crap, I'm done. I've still used it at that Walmart because I was like, this isn't going to go well because it doesn't like it when it's pristine, and now I've washed it. Still worked.
No. I think my first problem is I'm at Walmart anyway. That's the first problem.
Well, that's
the
never a
first
good
step.
sign.
No, but my card,
Yeah.
and I think about your gripe because you griped out 04. It's like,
Yeah.
this card, I don't know what the problem is, but let's get this fixed, please.
Mine was so bad that the magnetic strip was almost completely wore off. And it's not that I use it that much. I mean, I do use it a lot, but it should hold up. And I asked them at the bank.
Well, you're supposed to use them for 4 years or whatever until
Yeah.
it expires or whatever.
I
that
never
is.
get more than 2 tops.
I would say I think that's how long it goes, 4 years or something, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But
And I even asked the bank, I said, do you guys have any better quality cards? I mean, I said, I know like some people with credit cards have the black card or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's metal. I said,
Yeah.
I would pay for one. And she's like, no, this is all we've got. And I'm like,
You have to be a Plus member for that.
yeah. She asked, do you have $1 million in the bank? I'm like, well, no. Too bad. You get the cheap card.
well, I'm not a fan of the cheap card.
I'm not either.
Go back to writing a check.
Yeah. All right. That it?
Yeah, that's
All right.
that's all I got.
All right. Well, my gripe is Menards this week. Was going to do a little bit of landscaping.
You were going to pay with your debit card, but the checkout would not take.
Well, it was a similar type of frustration.
Oh, okay.
So I went there to get some materials to do some landscaping. And as you walk around out in their yard to get your landscaping materials, there's a big sign that says how easy they're making it for you now to buy the landscaping materials. It says scan the data matrix barcode.
That's
or
the
whatever.
first red
Whenever
flag.
they start explaining how easy, it's not easy
Yeah,
at that
that's
point.
the first red flag.
I will if it's easy. I will know. Look how I will be. Wow, this is easy.
Yeah. Well, it said scan the barcode. Your item will come up. Punch in how many you want. Add to cart. When you're done, hit checkout, and your order will go to pickup, and they will pull it and have it ready for you. And I'm like, oh, great. This will be good. So I go around. I go to my first item, scan it. Pops up. I enter it in, my quantity, hit checkout. Cool. It wanted my credit card number, so I put that in.
Card declined. What?
Yeah. So put that in. I'm like, great. This is great. So I ended up with 4 or 5 items. I don't remember how many. And I hit checkout and it assigned it to that card. And I'm like, cool. It's going to go to the pickup area and they'll bring it to me. As I'm walking back that way or back actually to go to my vehicle to drive around, I'm looking down at the website or app or whatever it was. And it said Cicero store. And I'm like, crap.
Oh,
Shades of Taco Bell.
I was going to say Taco Bell.
And I cannot learn this lesson. It's like, I'm in the Menards. How can you not pick the store I'm in? No, it picks one up by Chicago. So
Road trip.
Yeah. You don't want
So-
to drive 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours to get your lawn care.
So I went to customer service. I said, hey, I did this. I ordered it through the app. It came up Cicero. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. I can't help you. You're going to have to go back to the pickup window, which is, of course, the opposite corner of the store. So I traipse back to the pickup window and he looks it up and he goes, no, I'm sorry. I can't help you. You got to call that store. So I go out
See,
and
nobody here can help me. How is this? How is this that no one can help me? What happened to the time when there's an employee that I just go up and there's customer service and they say, yes, sir, let me help that out, Mr. Daniel. Sorry, I've jumped in there.
No, you're fine.
It's just frustrating the crap out of me.
well, so I walk out into the little whatever
This
area.
didn't even happen to me and I'm mad now.
Oh, it goes on. So I walk out into the area outside of the pickup area and I called the Cicero store, went through their menu of what departments you want and got to customer service. I said, hey, this happened. I checked out. I'm in Pekin. And she's like, oh. And she goes, let me connect you back to the pickup area.
Oh, no.
So the phone starts ringing in the pickup area. 10 minutes I let the phone ring. I'm just like, brrr. I said, I'm going to wait on this until somebody picks it up. Nobody ever did. So finally I hung up, called again. This time I punched in pickup area because I knew what she had said, and the guy answered. And I told him what happened, and he was nice enough, and he goes, "Yeah, I can clear that off your account, and it'll take 3 or 4 days for it to clear off your credit card or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, do that." So I finally got him to do that. And then I went back out to the yard and I thought, okay, well, I can just pull this order up again, hopefully, and select the right store. No, you can't pick up the previous order. I had to go out, rescan everything, punch it into my...
I would have left by then. I'm not landscaping today. We're done. This was not meant to be.
It's at this point, I either put the things in the cart myself and check out, or like Doc said, just leave. I'm just going somewhere else.
But the sign said they'll pick it up and it'll be ready for me.
I've gotten so frustrated before at that store and I use Lowe's sometimes. Lowe's usually is a little more expensive. That's why I go to Menards. But I went down to Lowe's and I've spent more because I'm like, I don't care. I don't care that this is 25% more. I'm so irritated about having to deal with Menards and then get my Menards bucks because they say things are on sale. They're not on sale. I pay the full price and then I get a rebate for more stuff in the store.
I hate the rebate.
Which is fine, except don't say it's on sale. Just show me the price because it's not really on sale.
No, it's not. It's a rebate.
It's Kohl's Cash.
I'm paying full price. I'm going to pay the $200 and you're going to send me $50 back. It's not $150.
So I reorder all the stuff and right before I hit checkout, I double looked at the store to make sure it had the right one selected, peeking, and I hit checkout. So when I hit checkout, it did it and it created a barcode. I'm like, cool. And it said drive around, with your barcode. So I go out and get in my truck. I drive around to the guardhouse and the guy goes, "No, this isn't a pickup order. Stuff in our landscape yard, you got to go pick it yourself." So I had to drive the truck in there and go pick all this stuff now that I could have just thrown on a cart in the first place.
I'm like, do you have to do it that way? Or, I can't just grab it and put it on a cart and go.
Oh, I could have had if I known all this was going to happen.
I didn't know if they were making you do it this way or you just
No,
decided
it's a
to try
convenience.
Oh, look how well.
Yeah, look how easy it is, Greg.
It only
it's
took
on the
your whole
sign.
Saturday to get it.
Yeah.
So I loaded the stuff all in the truck. And we're talking pavers. We're talking sand, topsoil. I was beat by the time I was done. Got it all loaded on there. Drove back around to the guardhouse, hand the guy the barcode, and he scans it and he goes, "Do you have anything else?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Like, this barcode's just for the topsoil." I about went through the window. I go, "Look, here's my order. It says paid. Here's all the things that are on it." He's like, "No, this is just for topsoil." And I'm like, "No, I paid for all this."
I need a manager now. I want a manager right now.
And he's like, "Well, no, you got to go back around to the pickup window and get them to print you out a receipt for the other stuff."
Oh, I would have had to talk to a manager.
So,
this is
so I went back to the pickup window. They printed the receipt and I got out of there. Oh. All told, I was in there an hour and 45 minutes.
You were in good spirits though after.
Yeah, not bad. No. But then 2 days later, or actually it was later this week. It was later in the week. I went to Sonic in Pekin. And I ordered through the app. And do you think I'm smart enough to look
ordering through the app?
Do you think I'm smart enough to look at the store? I pull into the window and it, to the slot, and it asks me to put in the number I'm in. So I put the number in, hit submit. And I'm sitting there waiting like 5-10 minutes past, and I'm like, they usually bring it out fast. I look at it. No, it's the Sterling store in Peoria. I'm like, I never go to that store. Why is the app picking? I'm sitting at the one that I wanted.
Mike, before we leave tonight, take his phone and delete some of these apps. He can't do it. He can't do it anymore. Like, give me your phone. We're done.
I didn't even call him. I said, I just ordered it again and got it.
Just give him a notepad. This is your app now. Just write down what you want. Show the lady at the window.
Like, yes, I'm stupid. Okay. I don't think I should have to select it every time.
Now, I say all this. I don't use the app. I just order.
Well, it's at Sonic. It's half price drinks if you order through the app.
Of course, you got to drive 30 miles away from where you're at. but it is cheaper.
Even when I'm at my closest point to the Peoria store, I'm probably halfway between.
Well-
and the one I always use is the Pekin store. So why did it pick the Peoria store?
At least it wasn't in Chicago.
Cicero.
Cicero Sonic. I'll drive up and get it.
Yeah.
It's that price.
I will say with Menards, when I did our landscaping, I didn't even screw with that. I just threw the rock on the cart and I made several trips back and forth. I bought him out of that one rock. I must have loaded up my car, I don't know, 6-7 times with rock. But I didn't even screw with the online stuff. I just pushed the cart every time.
The online
didn't even
stuff's
mess
supposed to
with
be
it.
making it easier and better.
Never is.
Doug and I were driving around at lunch today, and we went through a car dealership lot, just killing some time. And all the cars in their used car lot have 2D barcodes on the windshield to get. They used to put the price on the window. Now it's a barcode you got to scan to get the price. That's to give them time for the salesman to run out and catch you before you get back in your vehicle. But I probably couldn't get 2 of those.
Well, you
to
did.
scan.
There was a red blaze. It was sharp, and you went up and scanned it, and it said your drink is ready at Sonic. And
Yeah. Or it showed me a car that's in Chicago. I don't know.
what happened?
But yeah, I mean, it's like even that. You're supposed to go up and scan to get the price, and it's like, no, I can't get it. Half of them to scan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least the landscaping looks nice.
Yeah, it looks better. Mike helped me out with that, and it's looking better. So got that done. But a lot of stress went with it.
stress.
I agree with Doug. Maybe we should take some of the apps off.
Just for your safety and sanity.
Well, for your
That's
sanity.
it.
Yes.
Well, I think it was that day too, because I called Lori and asked her if she wanted something for lunch. I didn't use an app. And she said she looked on the menu online and she goes, yes, I'd like a Turkey Tom Slim. So I go in and I told the girl, this was the same day as Menards. And so I went in, I told the girl, yes, I would like a Turkey Tom Slim. We don't have Slims. I'm like, why?
Do you have skinnies? Do you have thins?
She goes, we have the junior. And I go, well, what's that? And Lori had specifically said she didn't want the one that was like a third. They have a slim, I guess, online.
That can only
It's
be
an
ordered on
online
the
exclusive.
app.
Yes.
And so the girl, she's like, I don't think we have a slim. And the girl working the counter behind her said, no, we don't have a slim. She goes, but I can scoop the bread out of this bread and just make it.
Scoop the bread?
Yeah. Like,
Is
so
that a
all-
liquid bread? What is happening? Where's this at?
Jimmy John's.
So then all that's left is the
I can
shell.
squeeze a little bread of like the ketchup. We'll give you want 2 lines of bread or like, what is this?
And so I'm like, I said, I don't know. I said, my wife said slim. I said, look, just.
So do you tell Lori these stories about you? And
Yeah.
well, then she should. This is on her if you don't get the right. If she doesn't get the right sandwich, if she knows your struggles with just you getting something,
Well, no,
she shouldn't expect
was
you to
for
have to try.
Lori.
I know that's what I meant.
I mean,
So if you get the wrong sandwich for her, that's not you. It is, but she should know that.
well, she knows.
Sorry,
but-
babe, I only got you 1 scoop of bread. That's all they had, just the 1 scoop.
Well, that's what I got her. But online,
your smartphone app challenged. It's not your fault.
online it said slim Turkey Tom.
Did you bring it up online and show them whatever this sandwich is?
There were people waiting behind me.
Oh.
I'm like, I just looked at the girl. I said, whatever. I said, just give me the Turkey Tom.
I just want a sandwich, please.
I said, I had a horrible. I was like, I don't care. I said, just give me the
I
sandwich.
want turkey on bread with whatever.
Yeah, the
1
Turkey
scoop
Tom.
of bread, too. I don't care. Just scoop me some bread. Put
If you
some
want,
stuff
put it in a
on.
if you want to
cone.
scoop the bread out,
Squirt some mayonnaise on whatever you're doing. I want a sandwich. I
I've
just want a
had it. I've
sandwich.
had it. I just want to get out of here. I
went
don't know
home-
what a slim is.
I went home with a loaf of bread and some bologna. I don't know what happened. This is what you're getting. I'm sorry. I
was so stressed. I was just like, oh my gosh, what a day.
I ordered the Turkey Tom Slim on the app on my phone. It said your order's ready at Kroger's. This is what came out. It's what we're getting.
Man, that's rough.
Sorry, that was a little long, but man,
Well, I was going to let you run the quiz tonight, but I don't think we will. Then.
Is it on an app? I'll look it up.
It's on an app. All right. Well, let's move on to our Would You Rather. We got a couple of them. And I think for both of these, we'll have to kind of hash out a few things before we before we make our decisions. Okay, so the first one, would you rather always get stopped at the red light? So when you're coming up there, right when you get there, it just turns to red. And
I'm already stressed.
Or always be in a slow-moving line at a checkout. These are my two words. My wife saw this. I was like, oh, my gosh, this is terrible. Because I hate both of these. Both of these stress me out. And I think, because you're like, well, what about the check? I can, I think you got to be as equally inconvenient. You're going to be equally inconvenienced with both things. It's going to be a long red light or a long line. It's not like a quick one either way. So
I have an answer.
Oh,
I've got my answer too, but go ahead. Or Doug can if you want.
Well,
to.
I guess this is my first thought. I'm not going to debate too much in my head. I'm just going to go with the red light. Because at least at the red light, I can just be in my car. I'm not stuck behind. I mean, I'm going to be stuck behind people probably, but I'm going to be in my own car where I can be by myself, listening to the radio, doing whatever else I want to be doing. Not stuck behind a bunch of people.
So Mike's doing the red light. Do you want to go next?
yeah, I can. Check out. I do too much driving, everything else. There's no way I cannot handle hitting every red light. I can't do it. I was going to say you can order stuff online and pick it up, but I don't know that.
No.
But then so
Mine would show up in Chicago.
But I'm going to say, even if you do that, say you go and you're going to have to wait equally long there. So it's going to be an inconvenience. So I'm still taking that inconvenience.
I think this is what
I'll just make my wife do all the shopping.
Well, I'm imagining the line being anytime I go somewhere. Because if I'm going to hit every red light,
it is going to be that.
I'd rather be annoyed on the way than when I get to my destination. I just want boom, like immediate service.
And so, say if you're not driving, you're on vacation, the airport, checking out of a hotel. It's always going to be a long line. It is going to be aggravating. But I'm taking the checkout. I don't want the red lights. I just don't want them.
So if I take the checkout, am I always getting a green light?
I say, yeah.
Huh? So, and if I take the red light, then
you just walk right up.
Nobody's ever in line.
You walk right up and check out and go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say check out as well because as I've gotten a little older, I've gotten a little more patient. So okay, I got to stand around a few minutes, but there's something about the light. I already try to zoom through the lights. So it's like to have
I hate
them
the red
turn,
light.
especially if it's going to turn red right when I get there. That's going to drive me insane.
It's always going to be turning red right when you're getting up there.
Yeah, it's going to drive me insane. So, nope, it's the checkout for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I always get caught behind every red light anyway, so that's kind of my reality.
But you'd get green lights if you chose.
No, I'd rather be inconvenienced
Don't let
on
him
the
talk
way.
you out of your first.
No, I'm not. No, I'm going to be inconvenienced on the way, but when I get to the destination, I'm going to get smooth, seamless in and out.
Yeah.
Except your debit card won't work.
No, in this scenario, my debit card is perfect. It works every time.
I got first in line and my stupid card won't work.
All right. The second, would you rather? Would you rather your neighbors be noisy or nosy? And I'm going to say equally. I mean, like they're always coming over, always peeking in, popping in. Who was that? Well, who was over there at your house? What do you do? I mean, so they can't just be because you're like, well, noisy neighbors are really obnoxious. I'm going to say the nosy neighbor is just as obnoxious. They're just walking into your garage. Like, what are you working on? I mean, they're going to be there all the time, always in there. So this is a tough one.
I live this scenario.
This is a tough one.
I have both ends of this right now. I get the worst end of the.
So you have noisy on one side and nosy on the other.
So Mike can answer this from real experience.
Do you have any thoughts? You want to go first? You went last time, or
I've lived through noisy neighbors Remember the guy living next door that had the camper out there, and he had the NASCAR garage set up where they would watch. They would pull the sofa out on the driveway and watch NASCAR, and they were noisy, and they would have fights over there, and it's like, holy cow! And so I've dealt with that, but I've never really had to deal with a nosy neighbor, so I'm not sure how that equates out. I think I'm still gonna.
It's not going to be good either way. It's where. How do you want your life inconvenienced?
See, I was going to say noisy, but like when we had them next door, it was right outside our bedroom, across the grass.
Yeah, we're going to say it's that kind too, where they're partying and up till 2 a.m, fighting.
Past that. Oh yeah, it goes all night.
Yeah,
there's no end.
And the nosy neighbor, they're not going to come over at 2 a.m.
Maybe.
Hopefully. But they're probably watching your.
It could be over at 5 a.m. Who knows?
Watching your comings and goings.
Yeah, constantly.
I think I'm still going to stick with noisy because the nosy is in my personal business too much, whereas a noisy, I just got to deal with trying to tune them out.
Yep. Well, I had the same problem. We had a house beside us. It burnt down, and it's
that's how Doug got rid of his noisy neighbors.
No,
this house burned down.
No, and thankfully, my neighbor on the other side bought that lot, so it's just going to be a vacant lot from now on. So I'm super stoked about that.
Until he starts having dance parties out there and stuff.
Wow. Well, the house next to us, it was a rental, and we would get. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes we had a guy that had just gotten out of jail, and he rented it for a while. One night, my wife's like, "You hear that?" And I mean, it was probably 2 a.m. I hear a chainsaw. He's out there with a chainsaw, just hollering at the moon. I went out like, "You're right." I said, "Why don't you put that down?"
You don't want him to be your nosy neighbor.
No, because I mean, he's like, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I haven't really dealt with noisy or nosy neighbors.
That's what I was saying. I've not really had a problem with that.
But the noise is so obnoxious. I've got that across the road right now, especially on the weekends. They will blare them, but it's weird because sometimes it sounds like death metal. The other day, this last weekend, I told my wife to come out here, stand on the porch. It's loud, but it's like this Italian. No, it was like an Italian opera. It's just echoing through the neighborhood.
Oh, it might be crazy Joe Davola.
It's the same house, and sometimes they'll play some hip hop, real raunchy rap, and then the next song is like Dean Martin. It's all over the place. That drives me nuts because they're like, pick a genre, man. I can't take this. All right. All that being said, I think I'm still going to go. I'm waffling. I don't. I'm going to say noisy. For the same reason. I will try to tune them out. What's it? Oh boy, that's so.
Since I've already kind of dealt with that, I know what I'm dealing with that way. Nosy, you
know what? I'm going the other way. I've changed my mind. I'm going nosy. Because I can just be a jerk. I'll be an a-hole. I am the a-hole. I'll just tell them, you know what? None of your business.
Yeah, but they're still going to be.
They're going to do that. I'll just tell them every day.
Hey, what are you doing, Doug?
Hey. So you got home a little late last night. I'll make up stories. I'll just really go. Well, I said I just got out of jail, so just let it go.
So what you doing with the wrench? You need a wrench? I got a wrench down here. What do you?
I'm going to go nosy. That's what I think I will.
All right, Mike.
Just to be different.
I'm not going to elaborate too much on my personal situation, but my answer is...
Come on, we're nosy about it. We want to know.
My answer is also nosy.
Really?
Which may be surprising if you know the...
I am surprised.
So, the person in question in my situation, very nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Just...
helpful.
Yes, he needs a few hobbies, maybe. I'll go that way. However... the noisy neighbors that have taken over my end of the street have made life awful. It's bad. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until 3 sometimes in the morning, the garage from across the street.
This is across the street?
Yes.
Oh, this isn't your next neighbor.
Well, sometimes they get at it too. They contribute, but it's it's bad with the music coming across the street all night. I mean, there's so many cars and people there. It's like a block party that happens every weekend. And I mean, it just goes on and on. And like Doug said, with the mixtape neighbors that he's got, one night it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I was like, why are they're still so loud? And I went out and I opened the window real quick, and they're listening to a comedy stand-up about a guy pooping himself on a golf course. I'm like, will you shut that off?
It's like, listen, you got to turn it down. You got to turn it down.
It's like, shut that off.
And I found, too, to confront those people, it's never good to confront them during the party.
No.
Your best bet is like a couple days later, at like 3 p.m, say, hey, man, you got a minute? I appreciate, I have a good time. I like laughing and joking and everything. But just at night, can you just turn it down some? It's kind of loud. I don't want to be a jerk, but I also need to sleep.
Yeah. And my neighborhood has also turned into Sturgis because there's a bike rally every weekend going on now on my end of the street. So that being said, I am going to take the nosy neighbor, because the nosy neighbor, it sounds weird how I say it, but he's actually a respectful neighbor in the fact that, like, during neighborhood rules, he's a good neighbor in that sense.
Yeah.
His yard is very nicely maintained. He'll help me out.
He's not partying until 2 a.m.
Yes. He's very respectful with those kind of common courtesy type things.
And you can also use him as a source of information. He knows what's going on.
Yes.
I can find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. The noise has become much more of an aggravation for me as opposed to the other way.
Okay. Makes sense.
Either way, it's not a good...
No, there's no winner.
No winning.
There's no winner. All right. Was that it?
I think
Good to
that's
go?
it. Yeah, I think we got to...
Okay, let's move on to our jingle quiz. And if this goes
Jingle
quick,
quiz, jingle
we may even do
quiz.
some of the other one. Like I have 2. The other one was a little easier, I thought, but we'll see. We'll just go. Most of these jingles, I know there's a couple of them I'm not sure, so I can't really sing them. So I will do my best. But what I'm going to do is part of the jingle is missing, and then they're going to give us a couple of suggestions. We'll have to pick them out. First one is for Stanley Steamer. It says call 1-800-STEAMER, Stanley Steamer. Something.
See, when you said so, I hate it.
Now here's your suggestions. Stanley Steamer leaves your home cleaner, gets carpet cleaner, gets your home cleaner, leaves your carpets cleaner. Stanley Steamer leaves your carpets cleaner, or gets carpets cleaner, or gets your home cleaner.
It's subtle.
I know what I know what mine
locked
is.
in.
I know what mine is.
Mike?
I'm seeing it in my head. I'm going with D. Leaves your carpets cleaner.
Leaves is what I had as well.
Leaves your carpet cleaner?
Yeah, leaves your carpet cleaner.
See, I have
or
leaves.
Hold it. No, what was the first one?
Leaves your home cleaner.
Hold it. Leaves your home cleaner. Yeah, leaves your carpet cleaner.
See, I said leaves your home cleaner. I don't know which it is.
Shoot.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't notice
Shoot.
that. I even said it, and I didn't see that the fourth one said leaves your carpet cleaner. So I was like, I don't know. Well, let's see. Oh no! Why isn't it?
We're never gonna know.
I'll never know. Oh, this is not good. It won't let me.
Here, let me show you how to use an app.
Yes. Can you run it as an app for me, please? Well, what the crap?
Now I'm second guessing my answer. I mean,
Yeah, I kind of am too, but I'm gonna stick with it.
I think I'm wrong now that I think about it, but I'll stick with it. I'll take the loss. I think Doug's right, actually. Now that I hear
I
it.
But I feel like it needs to
apologize
be two
because
syllables like that, carpet.
This is not. Hang on. Let me refresh. Maybe
I can hear both in my head. It's kind of funny as Doug works through that. I hear both of those in my
Yeah,
head.
I
If
do
say
too.
it to myself.
Stanley Steamer gets.
See, I don't
Or
know.
gets your carpet cleaned. See, now it could be
I don't-
that one too.
I don't know. It's tough.
Well, this is disappointing because it's locked up now. I can't get it to run.
I
I can't run an app.
I can look up what it says.
Why don't you do that while
Yeah.
I see if I can get this going again?
This you got to entertain or something for a minute.
Da, 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 da. You know what? I can ask some different. I'll go. I've got, like I said, I've got a second one. So it may just be this website is causing me some problems.
Are we on the world famous BuzzFeed?
We are on the world famous BuzzFeed. Can you bring it up on your phone?
I'm going to try. Yep.
Well,
so I've got it here.
Okay. I've got a few from this other one.
Oh, okay. So I've got it. I think go on here on my phone.
Okay. Well, I'll let you drive with that one then.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So so you went with A, right, Doug?
I went with,
leaves your home cleaner.
That's what I said.
Greg and I think went with D, leaves your carpets cleaner. The answer is B.
Oh.
Gets carpet cleaner.
That's what I said for this. I said, I can see that, but yeah. So we're
Call
both wrong.
1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner. That sounds wrong to me, though.
That does. Guess what? It just started working on mine now, too. So I don't know.
So you can take it from there.
Okay, the second one is, I hate this commercial. J.G. Wentworth.
JG.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now?
That's one of the suggestions.
Okay, all right.
Or 877 call now. Or to get your cash now. Or if you want cash now.
Call.
Which one was? Are we writing in the words? Or are we? Going
We can just write the words. I got mine down.
I got mine.
Mike, what you got?
I'm going with the 877 cash now.
I'm going. Did you say cash now?
877 cash now is what I said.
I said 87. What? Well, I don't know if this was one of our options. Was get one of those?
To get your cash now.
Or there's not just get cash now?
It doesn't say that. It says to get your cash now.
I'm sorry. Read them one more time.
Okay, 877 cash now. If you want your cash now. 877 call now. To get your cash now.
I'll go with to get your cash now.
I said 877 cash now as well. And that was correct. The cash now.
I thought that probably was what it was.
No,
said,
I remember this
different.
next commercial, but I don't remember how the jingle went because I remember I hated it. It was Education Connection, and it was like how to get a loan, and it was usually they were doing this really cheesy kind of a rap. So I don't know. It says, I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection, match me. It says to my college of my dreams. Or with the right college for free, or with the college of my dreams, or to some college for free.
What was the third one?
With the college of my dreams.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I'm saying with the right college for free. I don't know.
I went with the fourth option.
To some colleges for free?
Yeah.
With my right college for free, and I totally guessed on that one, so I got that one. I don't know. I don't remember that commercial.
I don't either.
Okay, This is Klondike. Klondike, blank for a Klondike bar. Here we go. How much would you pay for a Klondike bar? Or what would you pay for a Klondike bar? Or when is the right time for a Klondike bar? Or what would you do for a Klondike bar?
What was 2?
What would you pay for a Klondike bar?
Who wants to go?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
What would you do? That's what I'm going to say.
I was going to say, I've guessed D 3 times now, and this one I know for sure is D.
I had 4. Is that D?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? What would you do?
At first I wrote 2 because I'm like,
bar?
what would you pay? And I was like, no, it's not pay.
Okay, this next, these are kind of easy, but complete the Oscar Mayer jingle. Oh, blank an Oscar Mayer wiener. That's what I truly like to be. Oh, I wish I had an Oscar Mayer wiener. Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. Oh, who doesn't want an Oscar Mayer wiener? Oh, everyone loves an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly love to be.
Okay. So, none of those are what I thought it was. Okay, what was number 2?
I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener.
And what was number 1?
I wish I had an Oscar Mayer wiener. See, I don't remember. I have a different thing in my head. So none of those.
Yeah, none of those are.
I don't know. Those are the 4 they gave me. All right, I got mine.
Everybody in?
Yeah.
I'll go 2.
I said B as well.
I said B as well, and it is. I thought I want to be an Oscar.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I'd truly like to be.
Yeah, so I'd love to be is what it was. I'd love to be an Oscar
I always
Mayer
was
wiener.
wish, and when you didn't say wish for any of them, I'm like, wrench thrown into it.
Okay, we've got Empire. 1-800-588-2300. Empire blank. Something's at the end of Empire.
Oh yeah, it is.
Is it Empire call soon? Empire call now? Empire today? Or Empire right now?
Can you read those again real quick?
Call soon, call now, today, right now.
I got mine.
Okay.
You got yours?
I'm locked
Go ahead,
in.
Mike.
I went B again. I went number 2.
Call now.
Yeah.
I went 2.
I got today, but I don't know. It was today.
Oh.
Call Empire today. Okay, this is a slam dunk. Give me a, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. So is it give me a piece, or give me a break, give me a piece, break me off a piece of that. So that's 2. Here's a third one.
All right.
Give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Or give me a second, give me a chance, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Better not be that.
I got it. What I think it
I do
is.
too. Go ahead.
Break and break.
Mm-hmm. C.
Same 3. Mike's using letters. I'm using numbers, but the number.
that is it.
C.
Okay, here's the general.
The general.
For a great low rate, you can get online, go to the general, and blank. Insure your ride, prevent a fine, you'll be fine, save some time.
Ready to go.
I've got mine.
I got Shaq here with me in general. Is he the one that's in those?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You got a pretty good shot of saying Shaq for any commercial.
That's true. That's true.
What do you got, Greg?
I've got 4.
Save some time?
Yep.
So do I. And it is. This one's in easy. Complete the State Farm jingle. Blank. State Farm is there. I know this one.
Yeah, I know this one.
Do we even need to
Can we just say it?
say it?
Like a good neighbor.
Like a good neighbor. It is like a good neighbor. Okay, this
Like
one,
a nosy neighbor.
like a good nosy neighbor. This one. Complete the Huggies jingle. I'm a blank. And that's all it says.
Oh,
so it says,
I know this one.
I'm a Huggies baby. I'm a Huggies big kid now. I'm a toddler now. I'm a big kid now.
D.
4.
I have the last one, and it is. Okay, complete the infamous. I don't know why it's infamous. I would say famous, but McDonald's Big Mac jingle. 2 all beef patties, blank, on a sesame seed bun.
I don't know if I don't think I actually know this one.
I know
I
this
do.
one.
I do.
Here we go.
I need some options.
Okay, I'm going to give them to you. So, 2 all beef patties, lettuce, tomato, cheese, pickles, filled with the love of McDonald's.
Oh, geez.
Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions are made with care and special sauce. 2 all beef patties made with care, special sauce on a sesame seed bun. So it's one of those.
I'm loving it.
I'm not going to get this one. I don't know this one actually.
Greg, what you got? You have a guess? You want to just guess one?
I said C.
Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
That is it.
3 as well. Yeah.
That is correct.
2 all beef.
And that was
Special
it.
sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on sesame seed bun.
I'm just looking to see if there's. Yeah, some of these. The other one I had was pretty. It's like plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Oh, what a relief it is. Yeah.
They were pretty easy. Oh, it also had 2 all beef patty special sauce. Have it your way at
BK.
Burger King. That
Oh,
was
Burger King.
How about Ace is the place with the.
Helpful Hardware, folks.
Or Helpful Hardware Man.
It's the old one, yeah, because they have your
What?
3 helpful hardware man, handy hardware man, helping hardware man.
Oh. Well, I don't know that one then.
Helpful. It was always helpful hardware man growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were no folks
No,
involved.
no folks. Be a drink, Dr. Pepper.
Be a pepper.
Yeah. It's either those.
I don't know that one either, actually.
I'd like to buy the world of Coke and keep it.
Company? No, that's the song.
Well, this
I like
is,
to
here's your
buy-
choices. Nice and clean, company, or in harmony.
Oh, say it again.
I'd like to buy the world of Coke and keep it either nice and clean, company, or in harmony.
See, I think that later says the world in harmony or something. I think it's company.
It is company.
Yeah.
This one is real old, so Mike, I don't expect you may, but I don't expect you. When it says blank, blank, blank on the label, I know this one because I was a little kid when it was popular.
We used to have one here in Morton.
Yeah. And now it's Nestle.
Yes, it's Nestle Pumpkins.
Oh.
It used to have another name.
Libby's on the label.
You will like it
On your table. Yeah. And let's see. The best part of is Folgers in your cup.
Waking up.
Yes.
It says, if I were in blank, everyone would be in love with me.
An Oscar Mayer wiener.
Yeah. It wasn't an Oscar Mayer sausage? Because that was the suggestion. Kiss a little longer. Stay close a little longer. Blank a little longer. Longer with Big Red. What are you doing a little longer with Big Red?
I'm sorry,
You
say
were
it one more
kissing a
time.
little longer. You stay close a little longer. Then it was you could hold hands a little longer, make out a little longer, or hold tight a little longer.
Hold tight.
Got a thought?
No.
This is from the probably late 70s.
It's old.
Is this Big Red Gum?
Yeah.
Is that,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's hold tight too. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't make out.
If you don't chew Big Red Gum.
Juicy fruit is going to move you. It's got a taste that blanked right through you.
That doesn't sound good.
And the choice, this is a tough one. I don't know this one. So juicy fruit is going to move you. It's got a taste that blanks right through you, gets right through you, moves right through you, or hits right through you.
I gotta say move, right?
Yeah, I think move just because
It's not move.
is it hits or gets?
Oh, it doesn't tell me. It just says wrong. You're wrong. I'm like, what? You got to tell me what the answer is. Oh, well, that's cheap. Well, I apologize. It does not give me the answer.
Mike's going to look it
Mike's
up.
going to look it
yeah.
up. Unless it does
Juicy
it down
fruit,
at the bottom.
something right through you.
It's going to move you. It's got a taste that gets right through you.
Is that what we said?
We said move.
I said
right through you.
move.
Maybe it gets right through you.
I don't
Sounds
think
like it's giving you
hit.
diarrhea.
I think it's got to be. Maybe it was. That's why it's juicy fruit. Juicy toots. All right. Well, while Mike's looking that
Yeah.
up, we will move along. We'll come back.
Those
to
were
Mike.
good.
Yeah.
I like the games.
All right. Well, we got a little more Taylor Swift. Her concert is still going on. Some of her fans, they've tried to sell rainwater, contacts that have seen the concert. They were wearing Depends and getting trench foot in another episode we talked about. Now they are upset because they're experiencing something called post-concert amnesia. They get so excited, so worked up when they go to these concerts that they begin to forget some of the set list. Some woman said that she has a concert, that she went to the concert with a friend. Her friend was making a video and put it online, and she watched it later, and it was of her singing along to this song, and she does not remember the song at all. Doesn't remember
she
singing
said it's
along.
a good thing she recorded, or I wouldn't even remember there was a song that.
And they're complaining because, you know, they pay like $975 and then you forget some of it. But my thing is, that's just all kinds of, it's not just the
That's
Taylor
life.
Swift concert. I mean, it's vacations. It's all this stuff, right? I mean, Mike just went on vacation. I'm
Probably
sure there's some
already
things.
forgotten.
Yeah, there's probably already things like, wow, I mean, if somebody showed me a picture, I was like, yeah, I did that.
Was that me?
Was that me? But yeah, so they're pretty upset about it. Another person said they described it as an out of the body experience. She's like, it didn't really happen. It's like I wasn't even there. Yeah, she paid $950 to go see it.
That is insane.
Experts say the reason this is occurring, though, and you don't even have to be at the concert for it to take place. There is a reason for it to occur. And again, it's not concert specific. It can happen anytime you're in a highly emotional state. So
It happens to me when I'm not in any emotional state.
well, you're always in a highly emotional state. Oh my! Oh.
I'm trying to forget my online purchases.
Whenever you go onto an app, it happens to you. You forget where you're at. You forget what you're doing. But I don't think this is just with Taylor Swift. But a lot of these fans are like, you know, this is so unfair. I can't believe it. I can't remember the concert or anything. But I was bringing this up only to ask you, does this kind of thing happen to you? It happened to me just recently.
It happens when I'm driving.
I want to know if this ever happens to you. I was taking a shower and I was standing there
once.
and I was, for the life of me, I could not, I'm soaking wet, which, you know, as one is in the shower. But I could not remember if I had washed my hair or if I had just wet it down. I was like, I went ahead, a little more shampoo, washed it again. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why can I cannot for the life of me remember. And if somebody would have held a gun on me, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know.
The worst thing
nothing.
that I have with this
And
is,
I don't do shower beer. It's not like I was drunk and passed out like Mike does.
well, when you're drunk on shower beer, everything in life is just, it's just great around.
You can't remember your showers at all.
Right. My biggest thing with this is, it seems like almost every day when I leave, it's like, did I close the garage door? Even though I can be 50 feet down the road away from my house, like, shoot, did I close the garage door? I think it's almost as like a force of habit type thing where you're so used to just doing it, you do it without thinking about it, and then when you realize it, you're like, oh shoot, did I do it? That's my kind of biggest thing.
Yeah. Well, I've done the shower thing, and I've even done it with the bar soap too, where it's like I don't remember if I soaped up, and I'll even reach down and grab it to see if it's still kind of like sticking to the.
So I don't use bar
tray or-
soap. I use the
gel?
liquid soap with the scrunchies.
I don't have scrunchies.
Well,
I just use the bar
Scrunchie or
soap. But
whatever it is.
I've done that where it's like, geez, did I use that already or not? And I've done with shampoo.
But I hate that because it's like, and I'll sit there and try to think and think. It's like, man, I got nothing. I have no idea.
I mean, not really that another thing is, and we've talked about this before with driving.
Yeah.
And it's not really so much forgetting whether I did something. I was with one of our guys from the shop the other day, taking him to pick up a car at the dealership. And I'm driving along and Pat goes, you got to turn, and I'm already past where we were going to turn. And it's like, so I had to take an alternate way to get there because I was off in La La Land somewhere.
See, maybe this is inherited because my wife, she'll be, I don't know. She said before a number of times, she'll be like, I don't remember coming here. I don't remember driving here. I don't remember driving at all. It's like, well, that's kind of scary, first to me at least, but
I've had that happen. So
I haven't. I haven't had that happen, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I've had that
and not
happen
that I
many
don't.
times.
I'll just be driving, and I kind of usually out somewhere, not like in town or something, but just out where I'm driving, got the radio going, and I'll look around. I was like, where am I already? I'm like, wow, I'm already at this point. I didn't think I was this far into this drive already.
I wish that I wish that would happen every
me
once in a
sometimes.
while.
I'm
but
like, wow, that was. I don't remember.
Don't have that.
Have you ever done this where I try not to use my phone too much when I'm driving, but sometimes I'll be trying to pick like a Pandora playlist or find a podcast, and I'm like scrolling through it while I'm driving. I'm glancing over. But have you ever like looked at it so intently and then you look back up and you're like, crap, how long was I looking at that? If a car had stopped in front of me, would I have plowed into it?
I don't think I've done that, thankfully.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like I'm looking ahead, but I feel like I've focused over on this, and it's like, how long did I look over there?
All right,
Don't tell Lori that. She already says I look around too much.
This is going to change the subject just a little bit. I just thought of this. I want to bring this up. You're talking about like
what he was talking about.
On the road trip, or if you're driving, or just listen to Pandora. I already know where you're at with this, but we'll get Mike's thought on this. I don't know how you feel about if you have your Pandora open. Do you ever just hit like shuffle through? Like I have categories and things like that. Would you just hit shuffle so it's just like it's just going to play whatever, or do you try to like? Okay, I want like country music or 80s or 60s or doo-wop or classical or whatever it is. Now I may within that genre shift it up and say, okay, we can have these stations shuffle, or do you just shuffle all? It's like, nope, it may play an instrumental and then it may go to R&B and then it may go to doo-wop and then we may drop down into some rock ballad from the 80s. How are you doing it when you go?
Well, I don't use Pandora too often, but when I do,
or whatever, whatever streaming.
Yeah, I'm picking a lane and I'm staying in the lane. So, like if on Pandora, if I want a specific type of music, I'm going to pick that station I've got for that with the artist I've curated in there, or my playlist for that. Because on Spotify, all my playlists are set up by genre. So
yep.
So you usually listen within a genre?
Yeah. Okay. Not I don't do the across the board type thing because I feel like that's just too much for me. I can't get
I'm the same way. I do the same. I pick a genre. Now it might, it could be like 80s. It might be like 80s pop, 80s rock or whatever, but it's going to be or 70s or it'll be doo-wop or just hard rock. But sometimes I can do like just rock where I'll say hard rock, southern rock, 70s rock, 80s rock, prog rock, punk rock, or the punk pop. I might throw all that together because it's like, okay, this is all kind of the same, but there's no way I would have that and then throw in, the standards with Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and then some instrumental. It's like, I can't do that wild of a swing. I just can't. It bugs me. I'm like, I can't listen to this.
It's kind of funny on our Spotify. So my wife and I we don't share an account, but we share, she has hers and I have mine. But what Spotify does with some of the playlists it puts on there is like, oh, daily mix for you. Well, the music I listen to is vastly different from what she does. And she uses it for like sessions at nursing homes and for little kids. So I think we'll have that kind of thing happen on the daily playlist. So I cannot do the daily playlist because I might get 2 songs of mine, 3 little kids songs, and then if we go to the 20s or whatever, it's just like I'm
Wheels
all over
on the bus
board.
Go round and then followed up by Stupid Ho.
Yeah, I don't want Stupid Ho with the kids songs. You got to keep that in its own category.
You do.
Well, I'm a shuffle person. I shuffle it all. And I assume Courtney probably is too, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean,
Misha is that way.
Yeah.
She'll just hit it. She'll just open up. Now she'll like open Pandora and just hit a thing, but she'll hit shuffle sometime. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Now I may have a Taylor Swift channel, but I can't remember when I listen to it. I forget when I, listen to hers. So
yeah, we'll go from, some hard rock that I'll listen to and heavier stuff, and then all of a sudden we'll go into Hamilton the musical. It's like, how?
I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of how mine. I don't have so much musicals, but mine go from Foreigner to Black Pumas to a Latin instrumental.
See, I couldn't do that. I'd be like, we got to pick one. We got to pick. I don't care what. We can do the Latin instrumentals.
Then the 80s.
But we got to just pick it and listen to that for a little bit.
No,
and then we can switch something else.
Mine's all over the place.
I couldn't do that. Oh, excuse me.
Every once in a while, even a comedian will jump in.
No, see, I can't. I got to pick the comedians. I can listen to comedy, but then I'm listening to comedy.
Oh, it'll be a comedian jumps in for a song or whatever, I
don't know how you can do it.
That's all my brain.
I admit I'm insane. I'll fully admit it. That's fine.
I'm insane in a different way, I think.
All right, we got a couple stories here. Kind of the am I the a-hole or we'll just go over them. But one is a company these people were working at, and they implemented this thing where if you hit 25 years with the company, you got a bonus of $25,000.
Ooh, that
is very nice. So yeah, so you get. Two co-workers got a $25,000 bonus for hitting a milestone of 25 years with the company. And there was another employee who, when he hit 25 years, he only got a plaque. It was a nice plaque.
Man.
But it was a plaque.
No.
And when he went and he took up the issue to the CEO, what she said was, well, at the time when he hit 25 miles or 25
because he had 27
he had 27 now. And so when he was at 27, two people hit 25 and they got this bonus. So they went and asked. So, well, when these people hit 25, the policy was there, but we just implemented it. It wasn't in implementation when you hit your 25.
Yeah.
So he gets a nice plaque and so my thought is, where do you stand? I mean, if a company implements something, can they go? How far back do they go? Will they still get it? I guess you'd have to look at how many people have over 25 years.
Yeah,
I mean, $25,000. That's a substantial amount of money in my world.
But it is, and especially if you've got maybe a lot of people. If you have a lot of seniority in your company who could meet that qualification, that might be bad. But here's the thing. If you're going to just turn around one day and just implement it and then moving forward, you're going to make a lot of people very unhappy in your business.
Yeah.
And that is not how you want to treat your workers who have been with you for 25 years.
Yeah. Maybe when you look at the numbers and see, okay, nobody has 30 and this guy's maybe I do it at 30 years, or say, okay, only one guy is past the 25, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to him as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time to work for a company. I wouldn't think there's a ton. Maybe there are.
Right.
But I wouldn't think there's a ton.
No, I wouldn't think there. Yeah, I mean, it obviously depends on the size of the company.
And again, we're going from what he said. He also did make mention that one of the people who received the bonus check had been working there 26 years and got the check.
Now, if that's true, then that's dirty.
Yeah, then they made an exception for that
dirty.
one.
Yeah.
If they made one exception, then you got to make the exception for all.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know what you do. I think like you said, you'd have to try to say, is anybody at 30 or let's give less than $25,000, but let's start. Okay. We're going to give whatever to anyone that's been here for 25 years from going forward.
Yeah. You got to say 25 years or longer.
Yeah.
Because you've crossed that path already. You've already made it that long.
You open the box.
Yeah.
With that. And especially if you're giving out that much money, you're going to have to grandfather people in with that.
Yeah.
You cannot buy a plaque.
And several people did ask how many have been there for 25 plus years, and there's no response. I hadn't seen anybody say that. But yeah, I was like, you can't just do that. You got to you got to have a broader window. Give less money or something to more
There's
people.
got to be some consideration put in there. Yeah. It can't just be only the people who are 25 this year.
Yeah.
Except for this 26 guy. He gets it.
Yeah, that's...
All right. I have one more story that I thought was interesting because I still don't know how... I don't know what I'm about to come down on this.
I think I know where I come down.
It's a tough one. Said a man shared a rather intriguing dilemma. Can I understand why others aren't more charitable towards his personal sleeping preferences? So here he goes. Says, I'm a 28-year-old dude and I've been living in my house for a few years. One of the main reasons I chose this place because my bedroom faced east, allowing me to wake up to the morning sunlight. I already hate him for that right there, but that's just aside. He added, most mornings I wake up before my alarm goes off just because the sunlight coming through the window wakes me up. There used to be a tree line that provided a natural barrier between my house and any potential neighbor, so I never saw any need for curtains or blinds, along with they are expensive for the nice ones. Recently, he went on, my neighborhood expanded, and most of the tree line that my bedroom was facing was cut down to build new houses. Now, as a result, he said, there's a house that's been built right across from mine, and their window has a clear view into my bedroom. He went on, I have always been comfortable sleeping nude, and it wasn't an issue when there were no neighbors around. Yet not long after the people moved in, the father of the house came over to my house and pretty much told me to stop being nude in front of my windows since his family can see inside my bedroom. 28-year-old added, he wasn't nice about it, but he wasn't mean either. He was just matter of fact. Gave me an order and fully expected it to be done like I was his kid or employee. The man on Reddit noted he was somewhat surprised but understood his concern, so I made an effort to be more mindful about my nudity when in view of the window. I also stopped cleaning and making my bed before getting dressed. I'd hop out of the bed, walk to my closet, put on shorts, then go about my morning chores. The man went on, that being said, I still slept nude, and I occasionally ended up being visible to the neighbors for a brief moment after waking up, which is why he continued. The father came over again, leading to an argument between us. I told him I was trying my best to be considerate, but there's only so much I can do, and that it's my house, and I'm not changing my lifestyle because they moved in. The neighbor threatened to call the police and said I was being a menace to the neighborhood. So am I the a-hole for continuing to sleep nude even though my neighbors can see in my bedroom? So that's where we're at. I don't think it's the sleeping nude part. I think buy some freaking curtains and a blind. I mean,
that's kind of where I came down. It's like,
you can even buy blinds that allow light to pass through, but
or
you
window,
can't. That
window film, window tinting.
That obscure so I can't see.
Yeah, you can, like Greg said, you can buy. I've seen like a film. It's like it turns into like a one-way thing.
Yeah,
you know?
so
like
they get a mirror on their side.
Yeah,
and of course, then the sun's probably going to come up and blind them. They're going to complain about that then.
But I mean, I get the idea that it's his house. You can do, but you can't just And
he was there,
stand with your bits and pieces and shaking in front of the window.
That's how you end up on a list.
Yes, it is. I mean. And to some aspect, the guy on the other side, if you know that, then put your blinds up and shut them.
Yeah.
And don't make sure your kids can't get to the window. And I mean, I think you go over and talk to the guy. It's like, hey, can you not stand butt naked in front of the window? Pressing your junk up against it so that my kids have to see that. Or I don't want to see it.
On while you're in bed. I mean, yeah.
I like how he's like, I'll stop cleaning in the nude.
Sometimes you like to grab the vacuum and, just buzz around the bedroom real quick before you get dressed.
Nobody wants to see that.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts there? Who is there?
I mean, I get the guy's argument that there were trees there and they cut them down but that's the way things happen. So you gotta.
But that's the way things happen.
But that's the way you got. I think there can be compromise. Put it that way.
If you bought a house out in the country and laid out naked to get a tan, and in 4 years they built the subdivision around there, I can't still just go out butt naked and lay out there like, hey, I was here before you. I can't help it that you built a house there. Guess what? Just lay back and enjoy all of this glory that you get to see every day. Yeah. I need an all over tan. I don't want any tan lines. I don't know. So is he?
I wouldn't want the people being able to see in my window.
Well,
period. So
we know how that is. I mean, you don't even get naked in the shower.
And if I'm naked in bed, I probably got a weighted blanket holding me down. I can't get out.
That's right. I don't know, Mike. Where are you going on this? What do you think?
This is tough.
It is tough.
He could basically solve his problem just by throwing on a robe, right? It's something very simple. So that makes me want to lean that he is kind of being the a-hole. But then again, he's in his part of it, his house, whatever. See, I think he could make very small changes to his own habits to prevent the problem. But is it just on him? That's where I think I'm a
little bit of compromise.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
So I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say he is the a-hole, but it's like 55-45 for me. It's somewhere almost 50-50.
And how big has he got a picture window in his bedroom? Because a lot of windows are, I mean, if you just are on bed and you just turn around and sit on your bed, no one is going to be able to tell.
Maybe he's got a slider.
Window?
The door.
Oh, I didn't know what I don't know where you're going with that.
A sliding door.
Sometimes in the morning you wake up with a slider.
I don't know what
that is either, but I was waiting like, well, I don't know.
But yeah, maybe he's got a sliding door out to a deck or something.
Yeah, that I didn't even think about that.
Well, in
in which case you would have the blinds closed.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. I mean, see where also the neighbor could have said something along the lines of, hey, I realize these houses got built and you used to be on your own. I'll pitch in a little money if you would put a film on or a curtain.
Or if he has a slider there, maybe get a 6-foot privacy fence in front of like the little patio. So I look over, I see your
the neighbor
fence.
could build a fence.
This is true too.
See, that's part of my other argument. Is like, is
we
it
need
all
more
on
information.
him?
I need to see how the layout of the houses are in his bedroom. Is it on one floor? Is it a second story? I mean, if it's a second story and you're just in the second story and you get up, well, just don't look out your window anymore because you got some freak of a neighbor that's butt naked running around vacuuming.
So I didn't really think he was being an A so much, but I think compromise could happen.
I'm going to say he is, but kind of on the same vein as Mike, but I might go a little 52-48. I mean, it's close.
I'm close.
But without knowing, I need more information. But just from what we know, I'm still going to lean slightly.
Do you think the
onto this
neighbor's
guy.
being an A at all?
Somewhat.
I kind of do. I kind of do because
somewhat, because you've got to take some of that into your own hands. Like, okay,
yeah.
Because I mean, everybody has neighbors that you hate things that you're just like, all right, how do I?
He could be nosy or loud.
He could, or both.
And naked.
It could be all three. The trifecta.
Yeah.
Hey, hit for the cycle. Great. Yeah. So I think you got to do what you can to mitigate some of that stuff yourself. But anyway,
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree.
All right. Well, I got nothing else. That was the end.
That's
For
all I
what
got.
I've got. Mike, you got anything you need to wrap up?
No.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Well, we don't have anything we need to wrap up. It sounds like somebody else
might need to be wrapping something up.
Yeah.
If you're out there sleeping naked, be respectful of your neighbors. Throw on at least your Speedo before you jump up in front of the window.
He was giving the birds a show
Yes,
in the
he
trees
was.
before to the new neighbors.
Oh. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the show. If you like the show, hit that share button. Leave us some comments. Check out all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble. I don't know. It's all whatever. If it's out there on social media, we probably have a presence outside of TikTok. We don't have TikTok.
We don't.
Well, I just feel like we're not, a 20-year-old girl. So I don't know how much traction we're going to get. You never know. Maybe we'd hit it off big.
Watch, we'd hop on there and then it finally starts dying down. It's like Facebook.
Yeah, we'll kill it.
Yeah.
Greg would kill it somehow. He'd get on there and it would put it in.
I think we're on MySpace, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're huge on MySpace. AOL.
Yeah.
It's all big. We've got all the big ones.
Yeah. Just email us at our Hotmail account.
That's right. You've got mail. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We hope you have a great week, and we hope you're tuning in 7 days. But until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
When the whole family comes together to watch the game, nobody wants to miss a second of the action to run to the grocery store. With Instacart, you can get all your weekly groceries in as fast as an hour. Less time shopping means more game time. Let's go. Visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply.